Okay, Walter Abajay says, what's the deal with airline peanuts? They don't even have peanuts on airplanes anymore because people are allergic to them. They sell you sandwiches or give you complimentary pretzels.
Actually,
you dumb fuck!
Actually, you know, when you go to there, you can get like a thing. Like I always get this like snack box that gives you like a ton of shit for $7.
Like
and it's
cheese and
just like a ton of shit. They give you like fucking Oreo cookies, and also, crackers and
airline
jam.
peanuts.
And also,
welcome to stand-up comedy, 1990.
Also, Jerry Seinfeld never said that joke.
Really?
I don't think he ever said.
Do you know what?
I don't think he ever said, "What's the deal with airline food?"
Zach, you can improve this. What actually happened was he was doing a stand-up routine, and some guy with a poppy mic was like, "What's the deal with air peanuts? What's the deal with airline peanuts?" And then that got really viral because it was on like a late
You know
night
what
show.
the problem with Jerry Seinfeld is?
What?
He's not funny.
No.
Larry David's funny though.
No, Jerry Seinfeld, like, he's funny to insanely rich billionaires, but he had the same set for the last 20 years, 30 years.
It's weird that he and Larry David work together.
He's got this aura that
different.
just rubs me wrong, and there's just something about it that I don't.
Yeah, like he's the kind of guy who go on stage wearing a suit, and you just automatically looks like I was telling Zach the other day that when someone's going on stage, like if they wear a suit, it's like they're kind of already looking better than you. They're already like, I'm better than you. And
I think part of stand-up.
He never makes me feel comfortable. I can never relate to him.
I've always had this not theory, but I've always had this idea that this notion that you have to kind of be at least on par with the audience.
On par, yeah.
If not below them.
I have the exact same theory. It's like
if you're ugly and bald and fat, it's like, well, this guy's below me. I'm gonna laugh at him.
Dude, that's the very definition of being relatable. That's it.
Yeah. That's exactly like if you go on stage with a t-shirt, you have a bit of a pot belly, and you're wearing jeans or something.
You go on stage and you have like a nice shirt, and you're rich, and you have a big dick and nice hair. It's like, so I was at my father's yacht today, and a girl touched me and spilled wine on my. It's like, oh, what are you? So
aside from Dan,
do you know how much I spent for this sweater? And she spilled wine on it.
Why?
I slapped the bitch and said, "Lawyer, come here and pay her so she doesn't talk to the police."
I wouldn't have minded if it was $100 bottle of wine, but it was only a $60 bottle of wine.
Oh, yeah. And she was eating fish. It was red wine. Who drinks red wine with fish?
I would like awkwardly look around and.
All right, next question.
That's a good question.
The answer is yes.
Sam asks, Zach, are you ready for Ebola?
No, shut up.
Dude, this isn't the first time you told me to shut up on this podcast.
No, I was talking to Sam. Would you stop taking things so personally? Kalo on Twitter asks, when did you get into the most trouble in school?
This one time I was like drawing in class and I made like a giant orgy of like characters fucking, and then my principal got a hold of it.
At the end of middle school, I was going around and we were drawing each other's yearbooks. At the end, you know me,
Did we all have fucked up drawing stories where we got in the most trouble?
Yes, you know something? There was this one kid who hated me and I hated him, and he was like, look, I was like, I'll sell you your yearbook. No hard feelings. And I drew a huge I drew a bunch of little cocks, like ninja cocks everywhere. And I was like, yeah, that's really funny. And my dumbass brother, I gave it to, he was like, can I try it? I was like, yeah. He turned the page, took one whole blank page, and drew a massive jizzing cock. And I was like, you fucking idiot, he's gonna tell us, you idiot. And then he was like, no, don't worry about it. He gave the yearbook back. And like an hour passed, nothing happened. And the principal called me in and was like, what the fuck is this? And then called my mom in. My mom came and she was like really upset. And we got kicked out on the last day of middle school, the last fucking day.
You and your brother?
Yeah, both of us. My mom was like, oh my god. And the principal showed the yearbook and it was a huge, throbbing, jizzing cock my brother drew. And another time in high school,
was he snickering under his breath?
We were both laughing because there was like, my principal was like some really clean cut guy who was like, what is this? And it was a huge fucking weird looking cock, and the kid was, And another time,
you should have lied and said it was a veiny rocket.
Yeah.
Another
time in high school, I drew Hitler, and he was like shrugging like it was shrugging.
What is it with you and Hitler? God!
Coincidence.
Let me tell you something. You know what my mom thinks? My mom thinks when she died, her past life was like a witch in a dungeon because she says she has weird dreams. You know what I think? I think you have dreams of you waking up in his fucking room filled with paintings. You were Hitler. You snuck out of class.
Yeah, you don't have a Napoleon complex. You got a Hitler complex.
That's your time! I don't. Trust me.
You put on your hair, and you put on your thing, and you were like, "The Jews must die." Then you leave.
When I was like 13 or 14, my friends and I were like, we were walking home from school, and we were on the sidewalk, and we all started putting our fingers through our zippers and laughing, like hitting each other's fingers, and this fucking big fat bitch pulled over, and she's like, my kids are in the car! And we were like, it's not a real dick, so it was her fingers, and she was like, I saw your dicks! And we're like, no, she was convinced we were touching dicks on the sidewalk, and she was like, she started screaming, she's like, I'm calling the cops.
Like, what are they gonna do?
And I was like, fuck, I was like, I don't care, and she pulled away, we were like, fuck, we ran to my dad's house. And that was stupid because she probably didn't call the cops. She just wanted to scare us, and it worked.
Dude, that would be fucking... Dude, that's the thing. Do you know when you're doing something stupid as a kid, you're just like fucking around, like hitting trees and shit with twigs and like smashing them, and then someone's like, you can't do that, and you fucking pull. But realistically, you could be like, fuck you, I can do that if I want. But you didn't know better because you were a kid. You were like...
Yeah, you thought adults know best.
Yeah, you were like, oh my god, she's gonna tell my mom to say I was hitting a fucking branch against a tree and be so grounded.
It's funny how, like, when you're an adult, like, I do childish shit all the time now, and I just get away with it because I'm older now, I guess.
Well, what if someone young, like older than you comes? He's like, you need to stop that.
What are they gonna do?
Yeah, this dude used this guy.
What are you gonna do?
Die.
Like, I go to the gas station all the time, and I'm like, I want candy, and then other adults are just like,
You need
get
to
some
pay
candy.
for that.
I want candy for breakfast.
I slam it on the table, and I'm like, I want this candy now, and then I pay for it.
This guy in my school used to rape kids on the bus.
Rape?
Yeah, I would say it's almost borderline rape, but because he was taller and because he was laughing while he was doing it, everyone thought it was a joke.
What?
Niall.
Yeah, his name was. I'm not going to name you.
No,
but if you're
clarify.
listening.
You literally just said that the guy used to rape kids on the bus.
Yeah,
And laugh.
he did, but he was one of the students, but he was bigger and stronger than everybody else.
How would he do that?
He would actually like.
He would pull down their pants and fuck their orifices.
No, listen.
Horrifying.
There was two buses. I always got one of the buses, the one without him. But when I was kind of forced to be on the ones with him, he'd like pull out a guy, and he'd like pull down their pants and start fingering their ass. He would, and everyone would be like, ah! Unless you fucking fought back with all your might, then he'd
Surely the kid was crying. He was being fingered up the ass,
yeah,
right?
people would be like, stop. There was this guy in my school who he was this dorky guy, and everyone just made a rumor one day that he has a huge dick because it was funny. So like no one actually knew what his dick was like. So everyone was like, oh yeah, this guy has a huge fucking dick, and they're like, it's funny because he's fucking a dork. And then one day he goes, I'm gonna check if you have a big dick, and he literally fucking pulled down his pants and his underwear just to see if it was a big dick, and then he actually did have a huge dick. So everyone was like, and like all the while, like you're just sitting there being like, dude, like what the fuck is going on here?
Up, dude.
No, seriously, he'd literally finger dudes' asses and stuff. And
Well, I am so lost.
What?
Who was fingering who?
Why were
say-
you
I can't
clapping and cheering?
the whole class was clapping and
No,
cheering
did
when
you
this
do it?
happened. No, I was actually.
Were
I
you
hated
golf
this
clapping
guy.
or fucking like?
No, okay,
doing this clap?
so there was a nerd in your school that supposedly had a big dick.
Yeah, but just
And
because
then,
it was
like,
funny.
everyone attacked him and pulled his pants down to see if he had a really big dick.
Yeah.
And then for vengeance, he would attack kids on the bus and finger fuck their buttholes.
No, it's not quite like that. It was
That's exactly what your story was.
well, like he wasn't out for vengeance.
Big Dick Kid was the fingerer.
Well, no, he was not the finger.
so
was
he just coincidentally started doing that for fun?
Well, he was actually he ended up being friends with the rapist. So him and
Who
the
is the rapist?
I can't name drop, but it was this. You know who you are if you
So
listen to
Big
this.
Dick Nerdo.
I hope you listen to this, you fucking asshole.
So the fingerer
The
and the
rogue
Big Dick
fingerer
Big Dick
and
Nerd
Big
and
Dick
Niall,
Nerd.
did you get a finger in the butt?
Wait,
I actually didn't because
Zach.
I never went on that bus, and I was.
Niall,
This is the most
Niall.
bizarre story. Where does the big autistic guy with the
Niall.
huge wiener come into play?
Niall was the guy with the big dick, the nerd. Was he the rogue fingerer?
No, but he was an accomplice. But this was after the fact. It was like he was recruiting him. Yeah,
What about the other fucking weirdos who were clapping?
Yeah, everyone was
cheering
clapping.
him on for
I
fingering
think they
the
were
boy's
cheering him
ass.
on because if they were against him, then they'd be a victim of fingering.
Yeah, but if you gang up on the fingerer, you won't be fingered. It's common knowledge.
Yeah, but they wouldn't because he was bigger and he was
What if
laughing.
all the kids used their clapping hands to insert his ass, and they all became the fingerer?
I wish that happened. But it didn't.
So
Right?
The fingerees become the fingerers.
Dude, there was a
So the
full-on
guy
crisis.
so the guy with the big dick was like the mob boss that had peons.
No, he was
below
like
him?
there was like
Fingering
there was
kids on
like
the bus.
no, there was the mob boss, and then
You would
there was
like
the
give a
capo.
kid his lunch to finger some kids.
No,
at the table.
no, listen. There was the mob boss, which
Like,
was this
why
guy,
not?
the main finger.
The rogue finger.
The rogue finger, and then there was his like capo. You know, like if you understand mob.
So his second hand was Big Dick Nerdo, and the
Big Dick Nerdo, who got
Why did the
recruited.
bus driver fucking stop? There was a group of people while he was fingering guys like I'm
He
getting
should
fingered.
have,
And
but the bus
driver's
driver-
like, keep it down, I'm driving.
Dude, the bus driver had a camera. He was
jerking
watching.
off.
Yeah, no, he may have been. I don't know.
Oh, if we're talking about like jerking off in the bus, there used to, and on our bus, there used to be like holes in the bus where people would stab them with fucking like forks and knives and shit. And there was this
Stab what?
hole in the back where people would fuck. Like there was a hole where they.
What kind of buses did you guys go to school
Dude,
in?
but my bus.
Here's my bus
He's
story.
getting fingered and you're fucking.
No, I didn't-
Here's my bus story.
I got
I got on the bus, I drove to school, and I got off the bus. You guys live in some creepy
Thank you.
I
guys
only got
creepy
mildly
fucking
fingered by this guy.
backwoods
I only got
towns
mildly
with holes
fingered
in
by this guy.
buses.
This guy I got
Fucking
fingered.
apocalyptic world.
I got
kids
fingered.
fucked each other.
Look,
Dude, a kid.
When
was,
I got fingered.
Dude, a kid. Well, you can save that moment, but a
Okay.
kid was fucking the hole, and he
In
got
like the back of a bus.
He's-
Was somebody else on the other side of the hole, or is he fucking
he's-
the hole?
No, it was he scraped his dick against the fucking
Like a
a
spring?
staple, a staple.
A staple.
Why was a
pulled it
kid
out.
fucking a hole in the bus, Corey?
They started taping it up at one point, but people were pulling the tape off and fucking it again. Because
What school did you go to, Corey?
My school.
public school.
Yeah, but listen. But
Oh,
I only got fingered when I was in the queue for Subway by this guy. If I was standing in front of him, he'd
God,
go.
what is happening right now?
If I was standing in front of him, he'd go. And
I
put his
have a
fingers on my
question.
butt and go. And I'd be like, eh.
What's wrong with Ireland?
no one-
What's wrong with
It
Missouri?
was so fucking strange because no one knew
Nothing.
that this was weird
Nothing
behavior.
is wrong.
No one like acknowledged that this was not normal. Everyone was like, "Oh,
Guys,
this is just this guy."
I have a solution.
I'm gonna call him
Put-
Jim because that's fucking close to his
Put
name.
the finger on
Oh, his
Corey's.
name's James.
God damn. Yeah, well, okay, his name was James, but I'm not gonna go any more detail.
Look, put the finger on Corey's bus. He'll finger the hole, and everyone's
You could've
fine.
said, like-
see, the finger,
Derek.
the finger.
No.
I was
No.
okay, I fucked up.
You literally just had to
You
get
really
fucking
fucked
the
up.
rogue nerd fingerer, bring him to my place. He could
They'll
have fingered the hole in the back.
and then
Butts would have been safe.
the bus
in
is
Ireland.
happy because
No.
the rogue finger gets the finger.
Butts in
The
a-
hole is filled. No one's fucking the hole.
He would still be there to this
I'm not
day,
doing this guy
fingering the
justice.
butthole.
I'm really not doing this guy
Little man,
justice
please,
because what he would actually do.
And
This,
no kids go back there. They're always like, "There's
I
no
seriously
finger
haven't
back
doing
there."
it. Like I know
Nobody
you're
wants
shocked
to go
and all,
back
but
there. He's fingering the
was
hole.
even
No,
worse.
we're gonna call this podcast the bus hole.
Call it the rogue finger.
It was even worse than I'm making it out to be.
The rogue finger.
It was even, look, the phantom finger, but it was even worse than I
Well,
was.
you know who the fan
Yeah,
is.
okay, yeah, okay. But it was even
Phantom
worse than I
Finger
make it out to
James.
be because he would literally he would always sit. He would have the best seat on the bus because I guess he was the most respected because he was the biggest. So he'd be sitting in the back middle seat. So he'd have perfect
I'm still
view.
confused though. So he's the biggest, most respected. He's not
the
the
alpha.
one with the biggest dick, right?
No, but that he recruited the guy with the biggest dick who's friends with him
He's
to
a
this day.
henchman.
For some
He's
You
a
reason.
made him
dick.
seem like he was the more important one the whole time.
No, big dick guy was
a victim at
he was,
first.
No, he was a victim at first, but then he became a fingerer.
So there was a group
like a
of
weird
fingerers.
It was a group
Sorry,
of
man.
fingers.
It's like
There was a-
prison.
There was a group of fingers on my school bus.
Dude, this is like pre-prison shit.
Did you learn in school, or did you just get fingered and go home?
We got fingered, and but look, this is what happened. He'd have the best seat in the house, so he could see
fingered your
both sides.
butthole.
He has
Like
the-
D
He had the
minus.
best seat. He could fucking like
Who has
lean
the
back.
50
And
best
yeah,
seat?
he
He
had the best seat in the house, so he could
so
sit
he
back.
at the back of the bus that has like the whole seat that goes all the way back.
so he
he's,
could
like,
see.
sitting there
He could
with
see
his,
everyone. His henchmen would be sitting beside him.
he's
The
got
other
fingers and butts.
Yeah, the other
Tickling-
fingers would be sitting
Did
beside
he,
him.
did he have a cat on his lap that he
His
fingered like a
henchmen,
mob
his
bus?
fingering henchmen.
They would. They'd all finger, and he just go, I feel like fingering Niall today. So he'd walk up the bus, just literally grab me, pull me to the ground. Everyone would just pull down this actually didn't happen to me, but this is an example. He'd pull me like pants down and start fingering me.
Niall,
It didn't
can
happen
we
to
talk
me.
about something?
This is horrible.
I got another
Niall,
bus, but I experienced
did
it a couple
the
of
big
times.
kid
from-
pull his dick out?
The only thing that ever happened to me were two boys were kissing in the back and someone fucked a seat. The 4 seats in the back had holes to fuck because you couldn't see it because
Why
there wasn't
did you-
There
enough
was
view back
multiple
there.
whole seats.
Yeah, people started doing it. The guy who started doing it, he was like, "It feels like a real pussy." So everyone started fucking
He could, yeah, with
cutting
with
holes.
Actually,
staples
in my
scraping
school-
on you.
Can I say
That
bus
was
seats?
later.
Bus seats are like 4 inches thick.
Yeah.
How can they fuck the whole
Let me
seat?
tell you something. I was sitting in the front talking to the bus
you're a
driver.
kid, your
I
wiener's
wasn't
only
back.
4
This is high school, dude.
This was high school.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah. Mine's 8 inches. Yeah.
Are they finishing when they're fucking the bus seats? They're coming inside the bus seats?
Are they?
Yeah, but they were silent about it. They were like,
Could you?
They're,
If that's
they're
not
just
silent.
fucking the bus seat in the back.
people in the back are like playing their Game Boy while they're getting fucking bending forward.
This is the most fucked up bus ever. He's getting fucked up the butt, and you're.
I did not. I did actually.
No, that's true. To clarify,
I got lucky.
Niall never did get a finger in the butt.
I got lucky. I got
But he
fingered
saw
through the
all
pants,
his
though.
friends get
Yeah,
fucked.
I
and he
did.
never-
I did.
He never saved them.
I couldn't because I'd be the one to get fingered.
was
then.
cum
You are a
stains.
coward.
No, if I try to save them,
there was-
then they'd pin me down and
I
start
would be
fingering
like,
me.
"That's my friend.
We-
Get your fingers out of his head."
Take your finger
We had
out of his
cushioning
butt.
on our fucking like we had cushioning on our bus and they had fucking like semen stains all over the fucking back of it and stuff.
Dude, this shouldn't happen.
This
is bad.
I was in the front. I didn't have to experience it, but then my friend went back to.
So you're saying like halfway down the bus, it turned into like a creepy drug place where kids fuck the seats, and the front half is like.
Yeah, no, they actually did.
Yeah,
they couldn't wait till they got home.
They couldn't go into school and
Do you
jerk
remember
off in
that
the stalls
episode
like a
of-
decent student like me.
Do you remember that episode of Dexter's Laboratory where he goes in the
Where he
back
fucks
of the
the bus?
and there's like that guy who lives in the back of the bus?
All the kids are trapped on the wall.
Yeah, it's like fucking bubble gum and stuff. It was
was a
like that.
good-ass show.
It looked like that in the back. The seats were all fucking ripped.
Corey,
and
did
it
you
was
ever jerk off in the
gross.
stalls at school?
No, I was afraid to poop and shit in the stalls at school.
Zipper.
I jerked off at a urinal at an office that I worked at
Jesus
once.
Christ.
And as I was just about to finish, another businessman walked in and he caught me doing it.
You got caught.
And then I was like, and then I ran away. He knew what I was doing. He knew what I was doing.
How? Why did you go into the stall and jerk off in the stall where there's a huge bear?
Because it's like 2 o'clock in the morning, and I thought I was the only dude in the fucking building, but I was in there
Your
jerking off.
one
like,
arm was pressed against the fucking thing, and your head was down. You were moaning and coming everywhere.
I don't moan you moan when you jerk off.
I do.
I jerk off quiet as a mouse.
Me too.
When I
the
come,
only squeaking, the only squeaking is my chair going.
when I come, I
But
go
I'm going forward.
and that's about it. I do. I'm a little bit vocal when I come, but that's about it. But I tried to jerk off in work before because I hated my boss, and I thought that it'd be making.
That was your vengeance?
Yeah, I thought that like my semen. I was like, wow, I'm making my semen worth money. This is funny. And then I tried, but I couldn't do it. I
I jerked off at Arby's one time because it was a long day, and I was like, fuck it.
Yeah, I'm jerking.
Fuck it, I'm horny.
Yeah.